Welcome to another edition of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belfin, a wannabe comedian. Before I move on to my comedy news, of which I do have some, do you want to hear the little welcome that I received? Because I've actually been in Kent for the weekend. Here it is. Hello, baby. How's my sweetheart? He is just too cute and he's just so adorable. And he's finally had his stitches out. It took a long time and now he's no longer a lampshade. You can actually give him a cuddle. He had 6 stitches, I think I said that before, which brings the total to our household for the year to 29. Now on with my comedy news. I did a gig on Friday at the Rose and Crown, and I have to confess to thinking, ooh, this is not going that well. But people came up to me afterwards and said, yeah, you're always good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. You know, very, very complimentary, lovely. And when I listened back, there was laughter all the way through. So it's what is the brain doing when it tells you that there is no laughter? There's obviously another dimension, a feeling that goes with the room, but I haven't quite put my finger on what that is. I'm guessing once I can harness that, whatever it is, you can really call yourself a comedian. But I was very pleased, as I say, when I listened back, lots of laughter. In fact, would you like to hear some?
It's so weird, everybody's all here. So I had an appointment today and I was a little bit early for it, so I did some shopping because I was in town, and the old high streets look a bit sorry for themselves, don't they? I saw the stationery shop had moved, but the mobile shop was still there.
The reference at the beginning there to people being all here was the fact that everybody was sat on the right hand side of the room. It was very odd. There was just blank seats on the left. Very strange. But also you'll have to forgive me because my timing is just not on yet, because I have had quite a significant break and I have had a general anaesthetic, as I keep telling people since then. So the timing is a little bit off, but it was nice laughter all the way through and you can't argue with that. So the other bit of news that I've got, the other bit of creative news that I have, is I had one of my animations accepted for the film festival. I mentioned it before. It's on the 1st of August and it's free to anyone to go, and there are drinks and nibbles, I believe, so rock up. I think it starts at around 6:30. But yes, if you go, you will see aliens and alcoholics being screened, I presume, on a big screen. So I'm quite excited about that because, well, it's exciting, isn't it? I don't know what else to say, but I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And it's spurred me on to do some more animation. In fact, I've just bought a flip book set because I plan to do, what is the next one? Fire and Fission. I plan to do that in a flip book mode, but I will probably do it as stop motion. I'll probably take pictures of it and do it as a kind of a 2D animation. But I bought it from someone that I've been watching on YouTube, Andy Mation, I think he is. He seems a nice guy. He's a little odd, I'll be honest, but I think us animators probably are odd. But he has been working recently on a new Aardman movie, which is, Chicken Run 2. So he flew all the way from the US to go and work in Bristol in the UK for several months. And there is actually one video he's put on his YouTube. I'll put a link to his YouTube in the notes of this show. But he's done one little video, it's about 15 minutes long, in which he takes 2 pictures, basically. And you need 24 of those for a second, as we've discussed. So that's not even a second of work in 15 minutes. It looks so labour intensive. I can't imagine. Well, I can imagine what it's like working for Aardman. I may have told you that I've done a course with Aardman before. It was before I did the podcast. And I had a mentor who was a professional animator. She was actually responsible for, is it Liz Cutlass in The Pirates? That was her puppet. So I've had some really professional mentoring, and that's how I know how tough animating really is. And I don't think it's necessarily for me. What I enjoy is pulling together the storyline and the editing at the end. That's the bit I enjoy. The actual click, move, not for me. But it's good sometimes to know what you don't want in life. Much love and gratitude.